I experienced brain rot, and it had nothing to do with TikTok or short form content. I just made a TikTok like 2 months ago on some business shit because I ain't using that shit like everyone else. The fuck I look like. In this video, I'm going to go into how I experienced brain rot and tell y'all how to fix it because I have a different insight into it than most. I spent a year in jail. That showed me what happens when you don't use your brain at all. You can think clearly, but you're still slow. After I totaled my car in 2020, I spent a lot of time in isolation, and that's caused my mind to decay. I wasn't even on social media, but my brain was still deteriorating because I had a porn addiction and a drug addiction. When I was in jail, I had my homeboys tell me about how I was just very slow, like socially and stuff. That's just because during that period of isolation, I wasn't using my brain. I heard about brain rot after coming home from jail. Prior to jail, that was not a term I heard at all. What happens when you don't use your brain? You get fewer neural connections, which makes your brain go slower. You feel slower, and it basically just makes your IQ drop because those neural connections are related to brain activity. The more neural connections you have, the more brain activity you have, the smarter you're going to be. So if you're just consuming and you're not really using your brain, you're going to lose some of those neural pathways and those neural connections. And as a result, that's going to make you feel dumb. That's going to make you feel stupid. During COVID, I wasn't using my brain at all. I wasn't studying. I wasn't working. I wasn't doing none of that. If I felt shitty, I used the weed. I wasn't learning anything. I wasn't challenging my mind. I was just being antisocial and a fucking degenerate. And when you're a fucking degenerate, obviously you're going to experience brain rot. It makes sense, right? People wonder why they don't have any social or communication skills. That's because they're not actually practicing those fucking skills. Use those brain pathways. You talk to people. You're going to feel more comfortable doing it. Jail made this so clear for me because I came into jail in 2024. I was sober the whole fucking time, but I still felt like very fucking slow, dude. Like my memory was so fucking bad. That's when it really clicked for me. In jail, the only way to really engage my brain was to read books or have intellectual conversations. The point is, a lot of the parts of my brain weren't being engaged. They were not being used. And when they're not being used, it's like they go dormant because you lose those neural connections, which as a result makes you stupider. Even if you're sober, staring at the wall, not doing shit, yeah, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel clear mentally, but you still are going to feel slow and a little dumb because you're not using your brain. It's not enough to just disengage from the brain rot content. I used to play League of Legends for 8 hours a day in high school. So I know what it's like. My brain was cooked. The part that people need to look at is the underused part. What fixed it for me was actually reading, studying, learning, taking action, and locking in. If you do that, your brain rot symptoms are going to improve. Just use your fucking brain. Instead of watching that TikTok, watch a fucking long form YouTube video. My experience was a little different, so that's why I had to break it down for y'all. I didn't do any research on brain rot before making this video. I'm just giving y'all my explanation and my fix to it. Take it or leave it.